and Twitch, because I don't always go live on Facebook. It depends on what sort of meal I'm cooking, or what sort of content I'm trying, I'm filming. So I'm using Haps, everybody, just to let you all know. And Haps is an exciting new platform that makes it super easy for me to simultaneously broadcast to all my social channels, and you can see all my comments in one place. If you are enjoying my broadcast, you can encourage you to download the Haps app today and subscribe for more content, and you even get 100 free coins for joining, so which you can give to your favorite broadcasters or me. Okay, so I'm just going to actually, what I can do is just test this out actually, and just press this. Oh no, it won't let me to do that one. Sometimes you can actually press on the comments and present them on the screen. So if you've got a comment you would like me to put on the screen, here we go. New York City Archie, thanks for joining. Oh my god, it's not even letting me do it this time. Isn't that weird? It won't even let me do it now. I'm just going to put a comment in and say hi. There we go. It worked before. Isn't that weird? Anyway, it doesn't really matter. So tonight I'm doing SimplyCook. This is what we're going to recreate. Look, can you see that? That is what it's going to look like, hopefully. Also, as well, I was going to come live with Anne, but I haven't got enough carrots. And the carrots that I have here, which I was going to use for the carrot, what they call carrots cookies. These are the ones I need to use. So, and as you can see, they're not the best carrots, but they have been washed. So I'm going to peel them. So what you need them for this, we're doing this one, Dina. Hello, Dina. How are you feeling today? You're going to need some beef mince, 200 grams, 2 pork sausages with the casings removed. We need 1 onion, 1 large carrot, which we're going to grate. If you want to add mushrooms, you can add mushrooms to this, and 150 grams of tagliatelle pasta. Thank you for the Super Heart Award. I don't have anything with hearts on, I don't think I've got anything with a heart on. So I shall do this instead. There we go. Do a virtual heart. There you go. Thank you, Dina. You're also going to need some olive oil and some tomato puree. So let me just get the tomato puree out of the cupboard. That's what I needed to do earlier on today. Okay. Hello. Hi, Cheryl. Is it Cheryl? Cheryl. Watching in Charlotte, and hello Carleen watching in Brazil. So I am also now part of we're part of Haps, but there's a new categories tab, so you might have seen me now on the categories tab. And yesterday, I think it was yesterday, after I made my sausage casserole and the lemon muffins with Alexis, I was actually trending #1 on the food channel, because there's not many food broadcasters on Haps. But it's really good to be able to find new broadcasters who like a similar interest in a particular topic. So whether it's cooking, travel, there's journalism on there as well, art, music, really, really good. So go and check that out, everybody, after my broadcast. Okay. You can also, with this dish as well, add some grated parmesan and some, if you have any basil or basil, I'm going to put some basil in. You could swap the beef mince for I can't pronounce this, pew lentils, and you can also use spaghetti or fusilli for instead of the tagliatelle. Okay, so let's make a start then. I'm going to bring you down. So yes, thank you, Dina. I'm going to bring you down so you can see my camera. Let me know how the connection is. Okay, the first thing we're going to do, well, I should tell you actually what SimplyCook is. So SimplyCook, hopefully I'm still connected, it's a subscription box service that you can get online, but they sell them actually in supermarkets as well. But where the supermarkets ones, they don't send you the recipes. And you get flavour pots. You then go out and buy the ingredients, which you can see there, and it tends to be stuff that you would have in your cupboard, and like your meat and your cupboard stuff, and they just send you the flavour pots, because most of the food that you cook tends to taste better, or like restaurant quality, is when you add the extra spices and things in. So we're going to get this one open. I've just ordered my next month's recipes, and I've chosen a few different ones as well. So for next month, we've got some really interesting recipes, and they're always changing them. But it's just the flavour pots. Okay, you can get these flavour pots for £1 with free delivery. Just make sure you cancel if there's any subscription, which it is, so you don't get them every month. And again, like I say, we get all these in them and then just send you the recipe. So we've got some ragu stock. So you're going to need these extra if you're doing this recipe. Ragu stock, some red wine reduction. Now, you noticed yesterday, I remember when I made the casserole, I added some red wine stock into my casserole. So you can pick them up really cheap. So they're not really that expensive. And then we've got some ragu herb mix. But what I would say is if you're taking out a subscription in the UK, go for meals that you want to learn to make rather than recipes that you've maybe made before. But obviously try something that you particularly like. As I say, I love the idea of the swaps. So if you're vegan or vegetarian, you can have lentils instead of the beef mince. So it just gives you an idea of, you know, say you don't want to have meat on a particular day, then you can go. You can see here. So it's not really that expensive. Let me know how the connection is. Give me a thumbs up if the connection's good. Do I need to move the camera? I moved it slightly yesterday, I think. Is that any better? Let me know how it is. So the first thing we're going to do then, let me heat this up. I'm going to actually use a smaller dish tonight. I've got the same. I'm going to use. Oops, something's just stuck to me. How's the connection? Or has it gone worse? 1 second. Hopefully that's going to be better. Let me just move. This is really heavy. Just move this out of the way. Okay, we're going to use this one instead today. Here's another one I got. Because I don't need a huge amount. This is mainly if you're doing for 4 people. Is it better now? Okay, thanks, Dina. I've got the message. We're going to use a smaller one. Okay, so exactly the same thing, but a little bit smaller, because otherwise it takes longer for it to heat up. You just make some space. Okay, so we're going to get this heating up first. Let me turn that on. So we're going to fry the mince in a little oil first of all. So let's pop some oil in here. It should heat up a little bit faster as well. Okay, if you're using lamb mince, you won't always need a lot of oil because lamb's quite fatty. Okay, so this is my lamb mince. We've got here I've got 400. I think that's 400 and. Let me just check that a minute. 500 grams there. So we only need 200 grams. Okay, so whilst that's, I'm just going to leave that aside. I'm just going to peel these carrots. Because we need to chop these up. I'll just take the skins off. So remember to share out, everybody. Follow if you're not already subscribed, then subscribe to my channel and follow each other as well. Keeps the app going and share out. If you're watching on Periscope, share out, retweet if you can do. That would be amazing. And most of all, if you're watching on Periscope, come on to Haps. Because when next month, when Periscope ends, and you're all wondering where I am, you know that I'm on Haps, but you might not be able to get in touch with me. So come on to Haps now, get your account set up and it's ready. If you don't want to use it just yet, that's fine. But come on to Haps and get an account set up so it's ready for you to then come in and watch my broadcast, because this is where I'm going to be. I will still use Twitter, but it'll be for different things. It won't be. I'll be using Haps for cooking and maybe then Twitter for more travel and things, and other things that are not really. I like to do quality broadcasting on Haps. Although I like to think all my broadcasts are quality, but if I'm on a particular reason just for the sake of being on, then that's the reason why. So let me just move that away. Whoops. Sorry, everybody. Because I need to now just cut the ends off. I'm just going to use a smaller knife. Get rid of these ends. Let me chop off these ends as well. Okay, Dean said I'm going to make pasta while you make your food. Okay, Dean. So what's the Kimberly says? Hi Kimberly, okay. What's the meal look like tonight? So it's SimplyCook. I think you might have got this one before. This is the Italian beef ragu, but I won't be using basil because I don't have any basil. So that's how it's hopefully going to turn out. So let me grate this. This is getting nice and hot. So let's get my grater out. I'm going to grate it straight onto the board. So, as I say, I was going to come on live earlier to do some carrot muffins. Not carrot muffins, carrot cookies with Anne. But I've only got 2 carrots. And I need to use the carrot for this ragu. So, just a second, guys. It does look good, doesn't it? Let me just do this carrot. Oh dear. And then we're going to get the meat in. So how's everybody's day been? Hopefully we've had a nice day. Does the connection keep going in and out? Do I need to move the camera? Should have done this before I come on, really. I'll tell you something. I like Alexis's new grill that she got. It's like a George Foreman grill, but it has buttons on. It's so good. I'm really impressed. So, I don't have enough, guys. Okay. Wash my hands, guys. Okay, so the first thing we need to do, we're going to fry the meat. Where's that small knife go? So you only want 200 grams. So I only need half of this. So the best thing about meat is that, I don't know if you know this, but it actually comes in strips. Can you see the strip down the middle? And a lot of people don't realise that. So when you lift it up, it's already in half. So half of this is 250. So I'm going to use the bigger one. So we're going to have 250 instead of. So we're going to pop this in. Just let that drop. This has got nice and hot. Okay, and then the rest can go in the fridge. And use that for something else tomorrow. I love crunchy carrot. So you can all see that now, can't you guys? Like, remember to share out, follow, send a wall. Okay, I've also got some pork sausages that I'm going to be taking out of the skins in a moment. So it says fry the beef in a little oil over medium heat. Don't on too high. I love these new pans. You don't realise, like, whenever you get new things, how much of a difference it makes. So medium heat until brown for 8 minutes. Remove and then put in a lined bowl. Don't know what it means by a lined bowl. Maybe like paper towel or something. Does anybody know what lined means? A lined bowl. Lined bowl? Does that mean with paper towel to absorb the fat? Okay, and then what we're going to do is fry the sausage filling in the same pan for 5 minutes, breaking it up until it browns. Okay, get nice and hot this. So just going to put that there. Let me actually put this on a plate. Quite a lot of carrot there. just ask for a whole carrot. Yeah, so a bit more carrot, shall we? Cheers, everybody. Thank you, Gina. Okay, section 2. So I'm just eating carrot. Section 2 says to add, we need to do an onion and fry for 5 minutes and carrot. But it also says add the pasta. Well, I'm going to get my pasta water ready. I'm just looking at this tag of telly. So it says this only takes 5 minutes. And it's just boiling water. So that's not going to take very long. So I will get some boiling water put on from the kettle. So I let that boil. This is cooking nicely. Smells really good, by the way. So let me know what you're having for your tea tonight, or what you're having for your dinner, or maybe the last thing you've eaten. That's what I usually ask, don't I? And let me know what you've been up to today. If you had a good day, what's the weather like where you are? Here it's been not as warm as yesterday, but it's been a bit still mild for the time of year. But it's not been raining, thankfully. A little bit windy now and again. So hello, Tony. Thanks for coming in. Seeing you for ages. Tony's Tony. Well, I know Tony from Periscope, but he comes to Leeds quite often. You still living? Do you live in Leeds now? I can't remember. Not actually where I live, where I grew up. And I remember you doing the radio show. Kimberly says I wanted to try the recipe. I think I've had this before, you know. It could have been a HelloFresh one that I did, but this is the SimplyCook version of the beef ragu. Just give that a stir. We're going to get it really nice and brown, that's what it says. 8 minutes, because it says take the time to get the mincemeat nice and brown. It'll release liquid which needs to evaporate before the meat has a chance to start browning. The process is quite important to the overall flavour of the dish. Oh, so you're only up the road then, Tony? If Tony, do you want me to deliver? Would you like some? I'll meet you in Morley and you can have some. Wouldn't it be a great idea if all the takeaways actually film themselves while cooking? Seriously, would boost the sales, wouldn't it? Okay, so we're going to get it nice and brown, and then we're going to add the sausage. So you want 2 pork sausages. So let's take this off. Let's take this cling film off. I've wrapped this up really well. That's just to stop it from drying out in the fridge. So let's take this off. Get this nice and brown. So it says fry the sausage filling in the same. Well, we need to take these out first as well. Nice and brown, remember. If your pan gets too hot, just turn it down a fraction. Because it's cast iron, it will actually, you don't want the cast iron to burn. But it'll just remain, it'll just keep cooking. So we're going to take the sausage meat out. So you see this? A lot of people now with sausages are actually taking the meat out and getting rid of the skin. And it's a bit, obviously wash your hands after touching raw meat. Either just squeeze it out or, well, sorry everybody, it's not the best thing to be looking at, but break this out. Get rid of that skin. Tony's looking at me and thinking, what are you doing? Dirty minds, everybody. And get all that sausage meat out. You don't need it. Okay, let's just do the second one. Well, you've seen that much of it, Dina. You've probably seen all of it. I'm trying to... See, Tony's come on and the scope is the most... Yeah, get all that sausage meat out. This is what makes a ragu. A ragu, it's the sausage meat. I don't even know if you can buy sausage meat on its own. But the sausages are so cheap here, aren't they? So just take that meat out. You don't need that skin. It's the skin that has all the horrible... Don't know. That's it. Okay, just wash my hands again. I reckon you have. Give my hands a really good clean. So remember to share out, everybody. Share out, Tony. I think I've subscribed to you. Okay, this is getting nice and brown now. Yep. Okay, I'm going to take this out. Probably thinking, why are you taking it out for? It's so I can do the sausage meat. Should get a bigger spoon, really, shouldn't I? Remember, I've turned this pan down so it's not as high as it was. It's had time to go brown. Nearly there. Thanks, Tony. Got it. Just come through. I always get your messages. Anything you retweet, I always get them. I must have turned them on when you were doing the radio show. I never changed it back. Okay, so that's the minced meat. Okay, we'll put that to one side. So next thing we need to do is fry the sausage filling. So I need to add a little bit more oil, just a tiny bit. Put this in. So in this goes, and we're going to mash this up. Okay. So you really want to mash this up. I think I did this before on HelloFresh. is where I need Alexa's. I got that one as well. Tony's just showing off now. No, I'm going to use him. Hello, Jess. When I said earlier on your broadcast, I said I'm missing your videos. It was because I had not seen one on Periscope for a long time. So we're just mashing up this sausage meat. Best thing to do is mash it and just use the spoon. Just make a little circle like that. Oh, it smells good. Okay, while that's cooking off, I'm just going to do the onions. In fact, I'm going to put the onions actually straight into my JML dicer thing. So we're going to chop off the ends. Cut it in half. Why do we cut it in half? Because the dicer ain't big enough. You're probably thinking, well, why don't you just cut the onion? Cut the onion with your with the knife. But no. Put my hand again. I've got onions in. I don't want to touch my eyes. You get onion eyes. That's not the best thing in the world. Jess says, hello, Chef Aidan. Looks delicious chocolate. Thank you, Jess. It was lovely watching your scope earlier. I didn't watch it all. I didn't have time to watch it all. But it's always nice to see you on your balcony in the sunshine. It's always a pleasure. And when you said about as well your awards, it's a lot better, isn't it? It's a lot better now. Much smoother. There's not a lot of issues until they decide to change something, and then all of a sudden it'll crash. Oh, this sausage meat smells delicious. So just break it up. There's a lot of meat in this, in a ragu. I'm just going to add my boiling water now to my saucepan for my pasta. So filling it up about halfway. And then I'm going to turn it on so it starts to boil even more. Let's turn that up. Okay, so we do this for 5 minutes. Oh, sorry, not for 5 minutes. Fry the sausage, filling in the same pan for 5 minutes, breaking it up until it browns. Then remove. We're going to take it out and put it in with the other beef. So you want it to brown. Let me know if you've made this before, something similar. The fettuccine salad in a while. Oh, that sounds nice. Have you already scoped it? I'll go and watch that back later, Jeff. So this is what we're doing, Jess. We're doing Italian beef ragu. The Italian beef ragu with carrots and onions, and it's going to have some ragu herb mix, red wine reduction, tomato puree, and ragu stock. It's all just a recipe that they send you in the post with some flavour pop. We turn that back up just slightly, just so it really browns. Let me get my dicer thing ready. I'll use the other one which has got the actual thinking where I put it. Oh, there it is. So I've actually got 2 of these because I bought one of them and I was going to give one as a gift. So the blade comes out. Okay, we turn that round, slot that on, and then you can use, I'm going to put it straight into here. like so. You pop the onion on, okay, push it through, and then we've got all chopped onions, all done, all prepared. And do the second one. And I just missed one here off as well. So that's how easy this is to use. No cutting up, and we've got all freshly chopped onions there. Just want this to be nice and brown. Surprised there's no garlic in this recipe. So I've just turned it up slightly. Okay, I can't see any more comments. Maybe it's just a bit of a delay. It's taking a little bit longer, I don't know why. I think it's just because it's sausage meat. If you can really see it, I need it to cook though. I can't lift it up to the camera. I think that's long enough now. So yeah, it's gone brown. So we're going to take this out now. Just pop this in with the beef. Because it's pork, you see, it's pork sausage meat. So we're just going to add these in. Could leave them in if you wanted to, but you just have to really check that it's, you know, it doesn't burn. It's bouncing back into the pan. Okay, can't forget to grab this one. Okay. The next thing we're going to do then is we're going to add in the onions and the carrots. So onions go in, and then the carrots, which we grated up. So hello, Harry. Then goes the carrot. So welcome, we're doing Italian beef ragu tonight. Okay, so that's all the beef, that's all the minced meat we've fried off with the sausage meat. So where's the gabagool? The gabagool, I am not sure. I think this pan might just take a little bit longer for things to cook. So it's really hot. Might add a little bit more oil just for the onions, just a light drizzle. Don't want to burn the pan, you see. So it's cooking nicely. So okay. So next thing that we need to do is, whilst that's frying for 5 minutes, the next thing we're going to do is adding our ragu herb mix. So the first one of our flavour pots, this is a ragu herb mix. And we're going to add this in and then let it cook for 3 minutes. At this point you would add the mushrooms. So if you're having mushrooms, add in the mushrooms now with the ragu mix once this is fried. Okay, I'm going to also put the pasta on as well. So 2 portions of pasta. Do I ever sing? No, I don't, Harry, unfortunately. You can give me a song though, I might try my best. So we're going to add these in. Tagliatelle is going in hot boiling water. So we've got 1, 2. I'm going to put 4 in. I might need to cover over a little bit more. Add a little bit more of the boiling water. Just to cover it over. Fill it right to the top. You want to cover the pasta over. This is smelling really good. I'm going to add the herb mix now. And then we're going to add in some red wine reduction. So we're going to add in the mix. Let's add this in. Get all that in. Quite a lot there. This smells good. We added in the mix, and then we're also going to add in some. We're going to leave that for 3 more minutes. So if you're having mushrooms, 3 more minutes. We're going to add in the red wine reduction, and we're also going to add in some 2 tablespoons of tomato puree. So whenever you see a ragu, you always see this. This is the stage where you see the tomato paste going in and red wine and the onions. I think we will be adding, yeah, we're going to be adding water to this as well soon. Smells really nice. Just letting them onions and the herbs all come together, and the carrots. So first things first is the red wine reduction. Let's put the red wine. Just checking those onions are cooked, fried enough. I remember last time I made this actually. I think it was in December. I think it was just before Christmas. Could have been a week before Christmas actually. It was about 2 months ago. Okay, let's add the red wine reduction in. Making you hungry now, aren't I? Anything with red wine in, like, yeah. Get a little teaspoon. Get all that out. Oh, it smells good. Give all that a stir. I'm going to add some tomato puree. So you want 2 tablespoons. There you go. Mix all that in. And we're going to add the stock, the ragu stock, for 2 minutes. So mix well. Don't want my pan to be too hot. That's the ragu stock. I know you can't really see this very well. So ragu stock. So I'm going to turn my pan down just slightly. So it's not too hot. Mix that in. It might look burnt on the pan, but that's showing that it's actually cooked. Not, as I said, turn that pan right down. Okay, and then what we're going to add now is we're going to add the meat. So add the meat now. All that meat. I was meant to add the meat first actually before the ragu stock. Never mind. But really coat that in. Okay, we're going to just cook that for 2 more minutes. Okay, then we're going to add 1/3 of the mug of cooking water from the pasta and drain it into the meat sauce. You'll see that, everybody. Hello, Daryl. Thank you for following. So let's add that in now. Just let it fry for 2 minutes. It smells really nice. Really get all that off your spoon as well, because sometimes it can stick to the spoon. You might be left with a piece that's not fully cooked. Oh, it smells really nice. Okay, so 1/3 of a cup of water. Of the pasta water in this goes. And a little bit more. There we go. Now we're cooking. This then helps the stock, everything to come together. Okay, and yeah, we add it to the meat sauce along with the reserve cooking water. So collect 1/3 of a mug of cooking water from the pasta. Yeah, drain it, and add it to the meat sauce along with the reserved cooking water. Now, we don't have any reserve cooking water, unless that's. I'm just wondering what that means. That's weird. It doesn't really explain it very well. But this looks really nice. It smells really, really nice. Okay. Can you all see that very well, guys? Get rid of these. So the pasta's cooking nicely. Let me just stir that. Looking good. Put my lid on my tomato puree. And just get rid of that. Get rid of the. So now we're going to start to serve. Okay, so I'm going to put it on 2 plates. Okay, pasta tagliatelle doesn't take long. And just, oh, this smells really nice. I wish I had some basil. I might use some mint though. I've got some mint leaves. Bit of basil. Can add a little bit of mint. Instead of basil. Oh, it smells nice. You get a bit of salt and pepper in there as well. Not too much. But would help if I took the lid off, wouldn't it? Give that a mix. So yeah, I just must realise not to leave this pan on too high. Oh, that smells really good. Right, we're turning it off. 1 second. Let's just move it to one side because this is all being cooked. smells delicious. I think what we need, well, it says here, serve the pasta with the grated. Normally, you could add that into the actual dish. Let me just check something. So what I would normally do is add the pasta to the meat. So I don't know if you meant to do that. I'm going to add it to the meat. So I'm going to drain off the pasta and add it to the meat. Okay, let me just drain this off. So even though it's still warm as the pan, so very hot, getting steamy. Maybe that's what it meant by the reserved. I'm not sure. I'm not quite sure. I'm going to put it back on the hot. 1 second. It's really hot. I'm going to add this to the pasta. It doesn't tell you to do this, but because I've done Hello Fresh before, I'm going to put that in. Let's give this a stir. Yeah, Tagliatelle wanted 150 grams, so I probably put a bit too much in, but I'm just going to mix all that through the pasta. Might as well have it all in one dish. Can you all see that, everybody? I'll just heat that pasta and keep everything nice and warm. That's it. Oh, this looks good, everybody. There you go. You all see that? As I say, finish it off with some basil. Yeah, that's what you do, don't you? You get the fork. Try not to scratch the pan. There we go. So, let me take that off. Nearly done. And I'm going to add it to the plate. So give me a thumbs up if you can all hear me, everybody. I don't know where everybody is now. Pop this on the plate. Now, this is the worst thing I'm not very good at, is getting pasta on a plate. Maybe it would have been easy to put the pasta on first. And then put the meat on. There's loads of pasta here. I think that's quite a lot. Okay, so I'm going to leave it with that one. Turn that off. So there we have it, everybody. This is the Italian beef ragu. As I said, finish it off with some Parmesan cheese on the top. You can get that open. Drizzle that on. Oh, this looks good, everybody. This get the edges, because nobody likes to see dirty edges, do they, on a plate? And there we go, everybody. So thank you for watching. I'm going to go and eat this now. And thank you for watching, everybody. Remember to follow. You can follow me on Instagram as well to see all the pictures afterwards. So it's Aidan Leeds 1. That's also on my bio. So thanks for watching, everybody. And I'll see you again tomorrow for the next recipe. So thanks for watching, guys. Bye, guys. Back and speak. See you all soon, everybody. Bye.